Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn and Aries love reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. Then it was not meant for you. It was meant for someone else. All right, so I have my rose quartz as a crystal for some love energy for the two of you. All right. And then we have romance cards. We have romance angels. So I'll pull some of these for overall energy. I've got some tarot, some clarifiers, and close out with an animal oracle. All right, I guess that one wanted to fall out for the two of you. All right, we have friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve, right? Keeping that friendship between the two of you, because that helps to, I feel like getting back to the friends and having that lightheartedness and having that fun together, right? Instead of it being more serious. All right, so let's get Romance Angel. That one didn't want to go back, so let's take that one. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And I feel like having a friendship within the relationship makes it feel like that true love, the romance of a lifetime, because you have this connection on different levels. It's a friendship, it's a partnership, it's, you know, that physical connection, that mental connection. All right, so let's get some tarot. All right, we've had those two fall out. Between Capricorn and Aries, what do we got going on here? Who needs to hear a message? What does Capricorn and Aries need to hear? Who needs to hear a message? What's going on between Capricorn and Aries? Okay, that's a whole stack. I'm not going to take all that, but I'm just going to take that top one. Between Capricorn and Aries. Let's see. Let's just take these and then we'll end it there. Look at that. There's Aries right there. All right, so what do we got going on here? So we have the Emperor, so that can represent Aries, but I feel like it's kind of that clarity, having that clarity of what do you want from this relationship? What do you have to work on? I feel like somebody, one or both of you need to look within, right? One or both of you need to figure out how are you really feeling within this relationship? What is this path that you want to take? I feel, for some reason, this card really stuck out for me, and I feel like it's the two of you may be arguing, disagreeing, not seeing eye to eye, some friction between the two of you, something that you have to work on, right? Right below that is the Three of Pentacles. You have to work on that. I feel like it's working on communicating and working on getting past this friction. It may be that the two of you, like you, love really hard and you fight really hard. It could be that. For some reason, this, for the Aries card, like this swirling red is just really sticking out to me. And I feel like this is a fiery, passionate relationship. And I feel like maybe sometimes that gets a little out of control, and it's like, I feel like you want to keep that passion, right? That excitement within this relationship. But you also don't want it to get to the point where it gets out of control, where it turns into this Five of Wands. So I almost feel like it's calming things down. Also, we have this Six of Cups, which I feel like is that friendship, having that friendship between the two of you, right? Starting that again, getting back that friendship energy between the two of you, that may be what's been lost. And when you're with somebody for a while, you know, you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. It's the bills and it's work and it's you know, keeping your living space clean and getting chores done. And it's like dealing with family members or family issues, or, you know, kind of all of this other weight. You lose this friendship, you lose the fun within the relationship. And then it just becomes aggravation and irritation because you've lost this fun part of the relationship, and it starts to become heavy, right? And I feel like it's getting back to the fun and the Nine of Pentacles, the good parts. Sometimes we lose those good parts of our relationship because we're trying so hard to deal with just the daily stuff. And that starts piling up. And it becomes more of an effort to focus on the good things, to focus on, hey, let's have a date night. Hey, let's go do something fun. Hey, let's lighten the mood. Hey, let's do those lighter things. And maybe it's like this hermit is looking within and saying, yeah, I lost the friendship within the relationship. You know, I feel like that friendship part, the lighthearted side of our relationship is gone. I feel like there's too much of this red swirling around here. There's too much heaviness. I do feel that there is a definite connection between the two of you, but I feel like right now it's kind of feeling a little lost. And that, you know, that happens sometimes. But we have to be aware of that and realize, okay, that's what we've lost, because that's creating us to have more of this Five of Wands energy, right? King of Cups, easier, letting things go. I feel like Capricorn and Aries is kind of like you hold on to those things, right? It's like nitpicking about things and overanalyzing, like holding on to those things that irritate you about the other person. It's like, well, I'm going to keep that little tidbit, you know, for the future, or I'm not going to let that go. Like, that really bothers me. I feel like they need to grovel more for what, you know, happened, you know. But hanging on to each of those things, right, that's not good within the relationship. And, you know, why do you want to hold on to those negative things and flip that around? Let that go, right? And hang on to those positive things and say, oh, I loved how the other person got me those flowers, or they helped me with the chores around the house, or they, you know, they reached out and held my hand, right? They sat closer to me on the couch. We were driving in the car. They reached out and grabbed my hand. It's like I love how that happened, and that's what I want to focus on. It's your brain, right? It's like, what are you telling your brain to look for? Is it those nitpicky little things that you can kind of hold that negativity against that other person and you can kind of keep that stockpiled? Or are you telling your brain to look for those positive things, those good things, and let's focus on those positive things, right? To let, you know, pick your battles. What's important? What's important to hold on to and to deal with and to work through? And what is it better to let go of? To get that friendship, right? When you have a friendship with somebody, you let things slide, right? You let things go because you're like, that's not even really that important. And I feel like towards a friendship mode, it's like you let things slide more. But when you're in a relationship, I feel like you hold on to those things, and maybe it's that turning that around. I mean, there's a lot going on between the two of you. You've got Five of Wands twice, right? Being more patient with each other, understanding each other more, right? Not overthinking things. Realizing, thinking about those things, thinking about the positive, not thinking about the negative, not thinking about those things that you can argue with, you know, to stir stuff up between the other person, because maybe that gives you that bit of self-satisfaction for a few minutes because you riled the other person, right? You pushed their buttons. And you're like, oh, that gives you a temporarily you feel good about it, but then in the long run, where does that get you? That just builds more walls up and more frustration between the two of you. Again, we have the Hermit, so I feel like that's kind of the both of you looking within and seeing those actions, because I almost feel like you're doing the same thing to each other, right? Gertrude agrees. Time to put the work in and figure those things out. Figure out, you know, putting the work in to get your your Nine of Pentacles, those good things, those positive things, working on the positive things, the positive aspects of your relationship. That's what you need to focus on, not how you can push the other person's buttons. Six of Cups, we have a lot of repeating energy here, so I feel like that kind of goes with the both of you, is getting back, working on, focusing on the positive, working on getting that friendship, that looking at those positive things. And when the two of you first met, what were those fun things that you did together? I feel like there in the beginning there was a lot of fun, like there was a lot of lighthearted, laughing, silliness between the two of you, and I feel like that kind of faded, and now it's time to work on getting that back, right? Communication, Page of Wands. Page of Wands is about communicating. I feel like you have to look within and communicate within yourself first and figure out what are those things that what do you really feel? What do you really want to do? But I also feel like it's recognizing those things that you do, right? Do you hold on to things? Do you hold on to the negative things? And I feel like it's taking ownership for those things that you do within the relationship. And that, I feel like each of you looking within and figuring out those things that you do and taking ownership of that, and that really helps this relationship grow. I almost feel like there's a lot of pettiness between the two of you for some reason. But I feel like the two of you have to take responsibility for your own actions also. It's not just the other person. And then we have the Hierophant again. So we have the Hierophant twice. We have the Six of Cups twice. We have the Five of Wands twice. We have the Hermit. A lot of repeating energy. That's why I'm feeling is like I feel like you're both almost like you're feeling the same and you're acting the same. And I feel like each one of you feeds off the other person. And if one person's going to be one way, then the other person's going to be that way. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of mirroring energies between the two of you. So I feel like one or both of you need to step up to the plate and turn that around and focus on the positive and let things slide and not hold on to those things and to focus on the positive. And I feel like that's really going to turn this relationship around, because I do feel like you kind of mirror each other a lot. You're more alike probably than you realize. All right, so let's close out with an animal oracle. I feel like that's what brought the two of you together, right? Is that you're more alike than what you realize. Like when you're good, I feel like things are really good. Look at that. I love it. Eagle spirit. Spirit has your back. But the eagle also represents success, right? And victory and working through those difficult times. Gertrude, what are you up to? Right? Looking at the positive, looking at those lighthearted things, that you can get through this if you put your mind to it, and this is truly what you want, right? Getting past this 5 of Wands. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.